Is it humane or inhumane for Humane to be humanely shut down, sold? Was the putting down of Humane done in a humane way, or what happened there, Pat? HP takes over the pin.
And that is so good. I don't even know where to go from there. I should just,
World's best moderator.
no, totally. You should just do the mic drop right there. So, a little background: Humane was a software and device company that did not have a good experience out there. Essentially, it was a pen using generative AI to do different things, and did not go well for them. HP has acquired the Humane intellectual property and also the software called Cosmos, and it was a bit of an acquihire, and $116 million investment based on what was a $240 million valuation. So why on earth are they doing this? Well, it's all about Cosmos, and that's COM big OS platform. And if you think about a layer, an arbitration and management layer for agents across all of your devices, PCs, printers, conference room systems, all the consumer gadgets, and then you extend that with the different modalities of AI, which is on device, cross device, and cloud. You can start to see the magic. And while HP didn't use the word agents, if you go and do research on Cosmos and Humane, it was all about agents. So you can imagine automating workflows between these devices, handling different requests on-prem between different users, maybe without going to the cloud, which I think would be super interesting. There's a lot of work to be done here. I know there's a lot of talk about, HP acquires companies, doesn't work out. A lot of that was in the past, folks. Like when it was literally called HP, and it was a software and enterprise and PC company. That was a long time ago, folks. So let's give this a shot. It is a challenging environment, and I think there's also, if I may say, that this might be an indicator that Microsoft isn't moving quickly enough on hybrid AI across devices, or HP sees this as the ability to get ahead of it and do things before Microsoft pulls this all together. So strategically, I get it 100% on where this is coming from.
Yeah, Pat, I think this is mostly an intellectual property, some capabilities. I think there's this ambient AI opportunity, right? We're sort of moving between our devices and our handsets, our PCs now that are AI driven. There's been a bit of this sort of meta and AR, VR, XR thing that's come in and out of our consciences. But in the end, we have not landed on a platform. Like I said, it was interesting when I got pre-read in on this and I was reading, I was like, the pin didn't work because do I really need to pin AI onto me when I've got this thing on me all the time with a more powerful compute engine, right? You can wear in your ears, you can put glasses in your eyes with audio that's limited for you to do your readouts. So I'm trying to figure out the play. And so, to me, I think some of the play is about what's listening, meaning does HP want to kind of maybe create these kind of edge devices or this edge sort of AI experience on a device that's private, that can kind of move with you all the time and be your sort of ongoing agent assistant without necessarily giving data here on the device. I'm not sure. I think there's some interesting engineering, and I mean, at the price they paid, it feels like they were mostly acquiring a team. I think it was like 115 million, which is crazy. It's a big number, but in the in the era of unicorns and billion-dollar businesses and companies, I was sort of trying to understand the play. I think AI in, it's kind of like, Pat, you do a lot of health stuff, right? It's like your phone could and your watch could do most of it, but you wear these additional accessories because they do something that's more granular to your need than what you can get on the kind of off the shelf. I mean, and you can give me the reading if that's true. My point is, like, that's kind of what I see here is there's like this third AI layer. There's the PC, there's the phone, and then there's this kind of pervasive ambient experience that sits in between them. I think there's a lot of work to be done to kind of message that. I think the average person is going to kind of look at their PC and phone as enough.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the real opportunity here is can HP help the market understand this sort of third leg of the stool where ambient pervasive connectivity to maybe a device that's not connected to everything else that can be used for this makes sense, adds value, provides data protection, sovereignty, security, but also gives those agentic and assistant values, Pat. I'm still kind of trying to read through this one, but that's kind of where I landed.
Good comments on that. Yeah, the whole ambient computing thing. If you look at the acquisitions that HP has made, right, whether it's Poly, all the gaming accessories, right, they have printers and they're pulling all these things together. Definitely, it makes a lot of sense for me based on that and then what these devices have to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that's kind of where I stand there. And I mean, we've seen it a little bit with like Alexa and the home pods and all the things. Like, is there a work story here? Because like those things have never quite made it in the workplace. But it always kind of felt like those could be great ways to, add intelligence and smarts into every room, every space. This is kind of a personal version potentially of that, I guess.